Hi, thanks for joining my channel. I'm Roy Reyes. This is Your Money. So I do want to clarify that I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial expert. What I do is I get the data and I present it, and at the end of the day, you make the call. Okay, so today I want to talk about the stimulus package and some interesting help for renters and an update on unemployment benefits. This whole stimulus package reminds me of that movie, Clouseau, the Pink Panther. If this was the Pink Panther, he would say, "Let me get you up to speed on the stimulus package. We know nothing. You are now up to speed." No, just kidding. We do know something, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is this that came out from the CDC, Center for Disease Control. They issued a federal eviction moratorium that's going to last through December 31st. But as most things, there's a catch, and there's some details that we need to understand first. Okay, the document continues saying that this is a temporary, right, till December 31st, and it's to prevent the pandemic to keep spreading. Okay, now whatever your normal reasons to be evicted, that still applies. So, for example, if you're having late night scandalous parties, or doing vandalism, or renting out rooms that you're not supposed to, etc., that still apply, and they can still evict you because of that. This only applies to the rent money. Now, if your state put in another law, that one applies first. Like California recently extended a 5-month moratorium. Okay, and again, this goes out till December 31st. Okay, the document continues saying that you most likely will need to sign some paper saying that you testify that you did all possible things to get more government help, that you make less than $99,000 if you're an individual or less than $198,000 if you're a family. It also gives the possibility for you to say that you're not able to make your rental payment because of extraordinary medical expenses. And if that is you, I encourage you to look at more details on that subject. And it continues saying that you did your best effort to try to pay the rent, or at least partial payment. Now, unless you have some house somewhere where you can get in, right, then you won't qualify because you have an extra house. Maybe you have a house on the beach or something. But if you don't, and if the only options you have is to move in with your mother-in-law and that's too cramped, or some other family members, or worst case, if you have nowhere to go, then this will apply. The good thing is that you won't be forced to live with your mother-in-law, at least. I'm sure she's a nice lady, but anyway. Okay, and then what I want to make clear is that this is not free money. You have to pay it back. So I encourage you to speak to your landlord. See if you can come up with a win-win situation. Maybe that you can pay less per month. If you own a house that you're renting out, then you can go into the forbearance, which I talked about in the video posted last week. This is a program where you can talk to your bank and potentially not make a payment for up to a year. That applies to not only your personal property, but a property that you own and you're renting out. So if you can get under that program, perhaps you can help out your tenant in a better way. So yeah, look into that. Okay, so senators are coming back soon from vacation. They'll be putting in votes. The Senate will be voting next week on the stimulus package. The Democrats want to spend a little bit more money than the Republicans, so they're trying to figure that out. And something weird is really happening. They're agreeing on a few things. So great, well, some progress. So they agree on helping out schools, enhance the unemployment benefit. That's the money that the federal government is giving on top of what the states give per week. It was $600 before. As we know, that's no longer in place. It's not going to be $600 for sure. All right, it's probably going to be more like $300 or maybe $400. But we'll wait and see. They're also agreeing on the check they're going to send out to every family of $1,200 plus $500 for each dependent. They do want to extend the PPP program, which is the Paycheck Protection Program, and some money for small businesses. And this is really good. If you haven't looked into that, please look into it. It's to help out for the payroll in the small businesses, or to help out because of losses that have happened because of the pandemic. or gains that are not being realized. So, for example, you can use your bank statements to show that last year you were doing some sort of business. Maybe you were a realtor, maybe you were selling coffee at the farmer's market, but you can use those bank statements, right, to show that you were doing business last year and this year, you're being affected. Of course, it's better to talk to an accountant about these things. And the last thing I want to talk about are two executive orders that affect us all. The first one is the payroll tax cut. There's a 7.65% that we pay every time that we get a paycheck. That's for Social Security and Medicare. So this executive order says that we don't need to pay that for now. And that's the key. The president cannot make a call on taxes. That's only Congress. So if you accept this from your employer, then make sure to understand that that money has to get paid next year when you do your taxes. So look at it this way, look at it as an interest-free loan, okay? Like I said, only Congress can change that. The other executive order is $44 billion that was put in to enhance the unemployment check received weekly. This is on top of what the states put. Okay, so this will be an extra $300 or $400. There is a catch to these. So some states, like North Dakota, has declined it, but the majority of other states are wanting to get on board to implement this. Now, this is $44 billion, and that money, goes pretty quickly because there's millions of people, receiving this money. So hopefully, the stimulus package, will be passed soon to supplement that program. Thanks. That's what I had for today. So stay tuned. As soon as more information is available, I'll be putting it out. Thanks. Bye.